This book is called Old Cricket by Lisa Wheeler. Old Cricket woke up feeling cranky and crotchety and cantankerous. So when his missus asked him to ready the roof for winter, he came up with a clever plan. You don't get to be an old cricket by being a dumb bug. Consarn it, he cried. I woke with a creak in my knee, dear wife. I can't be climbing rooftops today. Well, hobble yourself over to see Doc Hopper, she ordered, and bundled up a bit of breakfast for him to eat along the way. Old Cricket took his bundle, left the house with a creak, 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 in case his missus was watching. He hadn't gone far when he came upon his cousin Katydid, who was picking berries off of bushes for winter. Good to see you, cousin, said Katydid. Have you come to help me pick berries? Old Cricket, still feeling cranky, didn't want to help, so he came up with a clever plan. You don't get to be an old cricket by being a dumb bug. I wish I could, said Old Cricket, but I woke with a creak in my knee and a crick in my neck, so I can't pick berries today. I'm off to see Doc Hopper. That's too bad, said Katydid. Here, have a berry to munch along the way. Old Cricket packed the berry in his bundle with his breakfast. Then he wobbled off with a creak, creak, creak and a crick, 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 in case Katydid was watching. When the sun was high in the sky, Old Cricket saw his neighbor, the ants, in their field. They were bringing in lots of corn. Wonderful to see you, said Uncle Ant. Have you come to help us with the harvest? Old Cricket, still feeling crotchety, didn't want to help. So he came up with a clever plan. You don't get to be an old cricket by being a dumb bug. I'm sorry, Old Cricket, but I woke up... I'm sorry, said Old Cricket, but I woke with a creak in my knee, a creak in my neck, and a crack in my back. I can't haul corn today. I'm off to see Doc Hopper. That's too bad, said Uncle Ant. Here, take a small kernel to nibble along the way. Old Cricket packed the kernel into his bundle, with his berry and his breakfast. Then he dawdled off with a creak, 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 and a crack, 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 and a crack, 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 in case Uncle Ant was watching. Now Old Cricket, tired from carrying the bulging bundle, but feeling rather pleased with his clever self, had no intentions of going to see Doc Hopper. Instead, he settled under a piney shrub and soon fell fast asleep. Caw, caw, caw! He was awakened by Old Crow, who came calling at mealtime. Have you come to be my lunch? Old Cricket, still feeling rather cantankerous, didn't want to be Old Crow's lunch, so he came up with a clever plan. You don't get to be an old cricket by being a dumb bug. I'm sorry, said Old Cricket, but I woke with a creak in my knee, a crick in my neck, and a crack in my back, and hiccup in my head. I'd surely go bouncing around in your belly if you ate me up today. Then Old Cricket started off with a creak, 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 and a crick, 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 and a crack, 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 and a hick, because he knew Old Crow was watching. But Old Crow was not tricked. You don't get to be an old crow by being a bird brain. In a single swoop, he snuck up behind Old Cricket and caw! Scared some real hiccups right into that dumb bug. Now be a good lunch and hold still, said Old Crow. Holding still was the last thing Old Cricket wanted to do. With his bundle on his back, he hightailed it toward home with a hick, and a caw, caw, caw close behind. Hurrying back through the now empty fields, he slipped on strands of corn silk and whack! Got a crack in his back. Corn sakes, he cried, Old Cricket, struggling to his feet. Just before Old Crow could snatch him up, Old Cricket reached into his bundle, pulled out the corn kernel, and tossed it. Old Crow caught that kernel but kept on coming. Old Cricket ran with a hick, 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 and a crack, 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 and a caw, caw, caw close behind. Scurrying past the now empty berry bush, he stumbled on a stick and thwick, got a crick in his knee. "Cricky!" cried Old Cricket, scrambling to get away. But before Old Crow could gobble him down, Old Cricket reached into his bundle, plucked out that berry, and tossed it. Old Crow caught the berry but kept on coming. Old Cricket ran with hick, 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 and a crack, 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 and a crick, 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 and a caw, caw, caw close behind. Now Old Cricket's bundle was nearly empty. The only thing left was his bit of breakfast, which, as it turned out, was nothing more than a dried piece of biscuit, no bigger than a crumb. "Criminy!" cried Old Cricket. He tossed the crumb. "I am surely doomed." Old Crow caught the crumb in midair. Old Cricket kept on running, with a hick, 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 and a crack, 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 and a crick, 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 and now a creak, creak, creak coming from his weary knees. But there was no caw, caw, caw close behind. Instead, there came a new sound, a caw, caw, coughing sound. That crumb had caught smack in the middle of Old Crow's throat. Old Cricket never slowed as he looked back to see Old Crow, in a flurry of feathers, shaking his claw and caw, caw, coughing his full head off. And as luck would have it, Old Cricket ran himself out right in front of Doc Hopper's doorway. Doc Hopper fixed each creak, each crick, each crack, and each hick. Then he sent Old Cricket on where his missus was waiting with a crook in her finger as she pointed her clever husband towards that saggy rooftop. "'Cause you don't get to be an old missus by being a dumb bug."